Ah, hi everybody. I'm actually recording this on Tuesday night because once again, I gotta go help Grandma with something on Wednesday, so I'm recording this early for you guys to have something to watch that day. But you guys saw the end of episode 5. We got the Clockwork Eyes, got the contestant arrested, but unfortunately, we gave Neela a promotion and Carmelita is still on the run. But the last two we really can't worry about right now because we have more clockwork parts to grab. It's time for us to go He Who Tames the Iron Horse. Now we're approaching my favorite levels design-wise.
Following the trail of spice shipments, we made our way up to Nunavut Bay, Canada, the secret hub of Jean Bisson's shipping empire. As a young man, he trekked across Canada to strike it rich during the gold rush of 1852. An avid prospector, he took some chances and ended up buried alive in an avalanche. Miraculously, the quick freeze kept him alive, and 120 years later, thanks to global warming, he thawed out. A product of his time, he dreams of taming the wild north.
He must have had a super soldier serum in him if he was able to still be alive that long.
Progress delivered at the sharp end of an axe. Shipping spice for the Claw Gang proved a lucrative way to bankroll his one-man war against nature.
And that's Pigeon's part of the club, or the gang.
He's just a normal guy from the 1850s. Back in his day, he'd be a hero, but today, he's a villain. Either way, that man's got more than his fair share of the clockwork parts. What a low-tech guy like Jean Bisson is doing with robot parts is a mystery.
Just wait until you find out what pieces he has.
But as always, it's only a matter of time before I find out.
Because we all know Clockwork is a bird, so there's only so many body parts of him that could be specifically bird related for us to grab. We got his wings, we got his talons, we have his tail feathers. We have two halves of his heart, his eyes. Man, I can hear a bottle already clicking outside. Alright, but let's cheat. Oh yes, we finally have two of the best gadgets available. Bentley now gets his hover pack so he can jump much further distances. And Sly gets silent obliteration. Finish off juggled enemies without attracting attention. And have enough to give Murray's Berserker a charge. Scatter enemies with this powerful run.
I've got a lead on the clockwork parts. Head through town and out into the wilderness.
Welcome to Canada, everybody. I know dreary Prague was probably wearing on some people, so let's go into sunny blue Canada. But seriously though, these particular designed areas are my favorite one. Just because it's such a giant shift and change between the beginning of the game where we were just in Paris and India to the middle of the dark depressing Prague to now just being here. Also, be very careful when you're running on these train tracks because those friggin' trains can come by at any time. Also, bears. Bears are a thing in Canada. They're that huge for a reason. Stay away from them. Unless you're Murray. Or if you have... And if you have balls of steel.
Rustic, but don't be fooled. It's the control center for Jean Bisson's trade empire. Sneak inside and raid his files. You're sure to find out where he keeps his clockwork parts.
Ransacking his files doesn't sound hard. Now, climbing up a sheer rock wall, that'll be a challenge.
You're in luck. Before Jean Bisson took over, this used to be a popular destination for rock climbers. Some of their old wall hooks are still around.
I'm guessing I just jump and hit the circle button to latch on.
That's right. And remember to lean back before you spring off the hook. You'll get more altitude.
Thanks for the tip. I'll give it a try.
So for those of you who have not played this game yet, I'm wondering what your impressions of the story are so far. Because as I said in the beginning, we were going to see how the Claw Gang, that the problem with the Fiendish 5 in the first game was that you hardly got to see them interact with each other or work together. In fact, they rat on each other right after Sly defeats each of them, except for Kingpin, except for Panda King.
Looks like he didn't notice.
But in this game, you actually see them actively working together, and how one part of their and how their operation forms.
I'm on it.
Hello, Arpeggio here.
Salutations, Mr. Arpeggio.
Ooh,
Y'all got time to shoot the breeze?
that was close.
Applause for you, chum, always.
Then again, I don't think he would have saw me there, just because I think the table may act as like cover.
Yeah, I can think better while my legs move. Pumps blood to your brain.
Yes, of course. One must keep blood in one's brain. But do tell, is there
Whew.
some
All right, there we go.
matter you'd like to discuss?
And actually, this phone call will go on for a little bit,
On schedule to get
and you
that
can
close
stay
to battery.
in here long enough
Well underway.
to hear the whole
Arrive
thing.
at the end of the week.
But essentially,
Side.
John Bisson and Arpeggio are talking about the fact that Arpeggio is going to show up here within a week
I'd sure like
for
to
something
buy
called the Northern Light Battery.
Song, you covetous troglodyte. You've already got the lion's share of the parts. Would you take my meager portion of the robotic bird?
And now,
and strip me of all
John Bisson is thinking about taking the brain off of Arpeggio.
See there, partner, you're all up in a lap.
Can't imagine what he would do with it, though. Alright, might have to jump to their side.
The clockwork parts I got. Why, I put 3 of them in the engines of my best trains. With those robotic doohickeys.
Yup, that's exactly what he's doing.
Run all night and all day.
He's using his clockwork pieces to power his
Of
trains.
course, I gotta keep the plans hidden. Stuffed them in my 3 trophy bag.
Sly, did you hear that?
Yep.
John's hidden the Iron Horse blueprints in his trophy bags.
You,
Head for the fish
I
on
picked the
top of
right time to
boat
finish taking those
and steal
pictures.
those plans.
Because either you take the pictures first, and Bentley will then skip the conversation to the part where he says, "Hey, did you hear that?"
stays with me on the blimp.
And you can actually see him sticking out of the mouth, which is cool.
When I
Excellent. Now get out of that cabin before you're spotted.
That'll do fine. By
Okay.
the way, you ready to giddy up into Perry for the final hoedown?
Yes, the blimp's hypnotist wavelengths conform to the spectrum up by the Contessa.
There we go. Yeah, they will keep talking for a minute in there.
John's decorating techniques. I think we'll find the other trophy bass above the mantle in the 2 remaining cabins.
Okay, yeah, I remember there was one nearby. But yeah, to recap everybody's role in the story so far, what was it? Dimitri would take the finished spice and distribute it all throughout Paris through his club. Rajan was the one making the spice. Contessa was using the spice in order to work out her in order to improve her hypnosis, and I guarantee she was using all those ill-gotten gains that she got from other criminals to support the Claw Gang's operation. And Bajan was responsible for transporting it all over the country, all over the Northwest. Or should I say North America. And what did Arpeggio do? Well, we'll find that out later.
Get to the fish above the mantle and steal those blueprints.
But this is the earliest point in the game where you can actually run into the safe. Man, these ducks are a nightmare. Especially with their little sling, especially with their snowball move they do. I always try my best to knock them to the fire. Plus they have, there we go. They have the longest recovery animation. As you knock them back, they use their shovels to stop their momentum. Then they do a spin attack that counts as the counter. You gotta wait for all of that before we can go in and on the attack again. Yeah, obviously I do not have enough bottles, so I will come back to this later.
2 down, 1 to go.
Alright, actually, how long? Okay, it's only been 10 minutes. So who knows, this one might be a little shorter than normal. I might do one other mission after this, depending on how long it takes. And honestly, I don't think this hub world is as problematic when it comes to finding clue bottles. For one, the fact that it's all blue and bright around here, mixed bottles actually appear. Oh, there's a train. But no, because of how this landscape looks, bottles stick out a lot easier around here. No. Wow, they must get bear traps. They must get bears all over this area. Why are there bear traps directly in front of the cabin?
The last trophy bass is above the fireplace. Be careful.
Attention all cabin guards. I've heard tell from the boys at Ponderosa Cabin there's someone been in my hidden blueprints.
Took them that long to figure it out.
Exceptional work, Sly. That's the last of the blueprints.
Now this is actually where silent obliteration would be very useful. You could pick everybody's pocket in here and not get caught. But I'm not really strapped for cash right now, so I'm gonna keep on going. Plus there's still plenty of treasures that I can pick up, including the one that's right next to me.
Isolate and track the Iron Horse trains through that satellite dish.
Top of the mountain, huh? Shouldn't take long.
I want to say the third treasure of this particular world is stuck in the bear cave, which we will have to go into later, but the second one is right there, and the third one is at the top of this tower that Bentley just told us to get to. Okay, the only thing that I have a problem with, and it's not a serious issue or anything, it's more like a nitpick, it's just because there are trains constantly patrolling, so you have to constantly be on the lookout for trains and make sure you pay attention to what direction they're going in. Whoa! Oh my god. Why didn't he go into the shadow dimension? Or the shadow realm? I don't know why I said dimension. No, but seriously though, what else is he doing? Look, he's sending them to the Phantom Zone. Actually, there are numerous different places you could be going. The Phantom Zone, the Negative Zone, Purgatory, Limbo. I can go on.
This appears to be the only way up. Keep an eye out for those rock climber wall hooks.
The Null Void. I was like, why can't I think of the name? Yeah, eagles will attack you when you climb up here, but as long as your shadow is underneath their wings and not the center of their the center of the shadows, you'll be fine.
Access to the train's GPS.
You just gotta avoid the talons.
It's all on my computer. Head back to the safe house. I'll crunch some numbers and give you and Murray the rundown.
Boom, 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 boom.
Thanks to Sly's efforts, we now know the location of all three of the local clockwork parts. 2 lugs and a stomach. John Bisson has grafted each piece to the engine in one of his Iron Horse trains. This improvement allows the trains to run all night and all day. We won't have the luxury of sneaking in while they're stopped. While they're in motion, the only way aboard is through a hatch on the caboose roof, which unfortunately has been locked down. These need to go. First, collect the spice gas from the balloons above town, and then land on the back of the caboose to blow off the locks. Once the way is cleared, I'll suit up and jump into Iron Horse number 1 while it passes near town. With some luck, we'll have the first clockwork lug in a few hours.
Yep, you heard that, everybody. We're going train robbing. Alright, let me figure out exactly which levels are available right now.
That was a quality job you boys did unloading the spice off them boats.
Okay, that's what I thought. The other levels won't be unlocked until we get Spice in the Sky done with. And since we have plenty of time left, let's go do this one. We'll do this mission and then we'll call it apart.
We'll have ourselves a party. We'll kill us some bears, eh?
Unfortunately, the trains do not appear forever. Eventually they all disappear in the tunnels that you can't follow them into, but they are useful for hitching a ride. There it is. Oh great, it's just like when I was crawling up the Panda King's temple in Sly 1. There we go.
Okay, Slide. We need to break into the Iron Horse trades, but the only way in through the caboose is locked.
Why can't you just bomb it, Bentley?
You'll need to collect the ultra unstable denatured spice
Well,
gas
apparently
from
his
those
bombs aren't
balloons
powerful
floating
enough.
above town.
How am I supposed to get up there to collect the spice gas?
Murray's already commandeered this ice plane. Jump on
Oh,
its
wee
strut,
oh,
and he'll
tailspin.
fly you to a good
Oh, wee oh,
paragliding altitude.
tailspin.
Oh, and strap on a
I know it wasn't an
special
ice plane he was flying, but
It'll automatically collect the spice gas
every time I do this mission, I immediately think of
Sounds like
tailspin.
fun.
Once you've
And
collected
Murray
enough
is just my
gas,
Baloo.
you'll have to land directly on the train's caboose.
Why directly on the caboose?
Denatured spice
God dang
gas
it, you and your
is very
hat.
unstable at lower
At least there's no game-breaking glitches so
Unless you
far.
land on the caboose, you won't have time to get the gas tank
And heck,
in the lock before it blows
those
up.
glitches were in the
So you're
original,
saying I either land
so
on
it's not like
caboose
something that the
or
PS5
blow my
emulation
That's
caused.
correct. Chemistry can be a harsh mistress.
So yeah, this is another reason why you need the paraglide.
Hang on tight. We're going up.
This is a simple little mission, just bouncing on balloons and collecting spice gas.
Remember to use your paraglider.
Yeah, just don't forget that you can slow your descent by pulling back on the control stick.
The spice gas is lighter than air. Popping balloons should keep you aloft.
Yeah, don't be afraid to do stuff like this. If you're right above a balloon, just let go of the glide button. You can also hit balloons with the paraglider
That
itself.
did it. You've got a full tank of gas. Time to land on a caboose.
Alright. The hardest part is just finding a caboose to land on, or landing on it perfectly. Yep. You see? I'm only rewinding because I feel like I should have been able to make that just fine. I only screwed up. Damn! So close. Yeah, they're gonna make me collect it again. Like I said, this mission is not hard. And even though you technically explode, it doesn't count as a death. Nor do you lose any health. You just start right back up here.
That did it. You've got a full tank of gas. Time to land on a caboose.
Oh my god. There we go. You don't have to be directly on the target. Just make sure you land on the back train car.
Ice plane. 2 more cabooses to blow open.
Oh, hold on. You have something good. No! I didn't know the game did that automatically. Normally when I'm over here, I would jump, press the circle button off like the mountain. He would land immediately. But I didn't know getting close to the plane made Slide jump on it automatically. I didn't even have to hit the circle button. Interesting. By the way, I'm pretty sure you get more of a bounce if you hit the balloon while your paraglider is out versus if you do it without the paraglider being out. Yeah, you do. I'll go for this one.
The gas tank is full. Find a caboose and try for a landing.
Okay. I'm gonna try to go for this one. And there we go. I was really hoping I didn't land on that track above.
Meet Murray at the ice plane. You guys are doing great. There's just one caboose left.
Man, I've been landing in convenient places because the ice plane is just over here. Had to make sure I collected this before I forgot. And that's what I was talking about. This is how I normally approach.
One more caboose. Try not to get blown up.
Oh, wee-oh, tailspin. This is another tailspin. Bum 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 ba-dum bum ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum tailspin. It's been so long since I've seen that show. Even though I've had Disney Plus since like its inception, I still haven't sat down and watched all those old shows like I intended to. Like, even though I was born in the late 90s, I still watched a ton of reruns of Tailspin and DuckTales and what was it, Bonkers? Yeah, that's what it was called. Even though I didn't really like Bonkers all that much. Darkwing Duck was amazing.
You're pulled up on gas.
Alright.
Target the last caboose.
Where is it? Okay, I see it. It's a good thing these vultures aren't trying to peck at me while I'm flying in the air like this. Imagine if that was an obstacle on top of everything else. There we go. Whew.
Yes, you guys did it. All the Iron Horse trains are unlocked.
Alright. That just means in the next episode, we're gonna go train robbing. And once again, I am in a convenient place to take this and run. You head back to the safe house now. Watch out for that guy. Silent obliteration. And I am out of here. Yeah, there are at least 5 or 6 different bottles just around the safe house itself. Let me see. So that. Okay. Before we sign off, let me check. Alright, it's just the Bentley mission available. Okay, Bentley and the slide mission. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna save these 2 for next time. As always, I appreciate all the support. I appreciate all the likes, guys. And I just want to thank you guys again for getting me the 300 at the end of 2024. Let's hope to get up to at least 500 by the end of this year. But as always, I love you all, and I will see you guys later. Peace.